Dunking is out of this world. It's unbelievable.
Strength. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Strength matters this year.
What if I told you that I made a build that can get all 3-point shooting badges on Legend while also getting Legend Lightning Launch and Legend Pace paired with Legend Glove, Legend Interceptor, and to top it off, Hall of Fame Bruiser. And it gets a 92 driving dunk.
Perfect.
Yes, you guys heard that right. This build is real. And while, yes, there is a lot of it has to be done through cap breakers, don't worry. This build is still going to be really good on day one. And for this build, you're going to go with a shooting guard position, 6'5", 211 pounds, and a 6'6" wingspan. And for the finishing, you're going to want to go with the 67 close shot, 71 driving layup, 84 driving dunk, and 40 standing dunk. And so now, the reason we're going 84 driving dunk and 40 standing dunk, for those who know, that gets you LeBron James dunk package, which by far is one of the best when you don't have contacts or any of the really high-end dunk packages. It allows you to take off from far, finish in traffic. You have kind of like a front clutch that protects the ball. It's a really good dunk package. It's a really good dunk package, especially for day one. Now we're going to come back to it with the badges once we show you the cap breakers, because honestly, the cap breakers on this build overall are insane. I could not believe how many like high attribute boost cap breakers there were in places that you really want, especially in this year with how it's looking. And so moving on to shooting, the 82 mid-range, you want a 92 3 ball. For day one, that will give you the zip code takeover. You'll get gold arc cadence, which I think is going to be a really strong badge. And now that we've seen the creators play a little bit today, fades, step backs, they all look really strong. So day one, you should be able to shoot very well. And it seems like shooting is kind of easy for the people who are used to shooting. And then you're going to get gold Deadeye as well day one. And then once we cap break that up to 97, you will get the set and fire on Hall of Fame. You'll get quick trigger on gold, which you could use your fuse +2 to go legend, which I probably will. Honestly, I don't know how much I'm really going to use my fuse badges on shooting yet, especially if it's an easy shooting year. But I know for sure I want to have that no dip on legend because it completely changes the game. It makes you so much more of a threat if you can hit no dip jump shots and take the kind of catch the defense off guard. And then moving on to pass accuracy, I really didn't want to go below 75. We're seeing a lot of meatball subs getting thrown out there. I think 75 pass ac is a solid place where you won't get the ball stolen, and if you need to, you can cap break this, but I probably wouldn't waste your cap breakers on that. When you guys take a look at just how crazy these cap breakers really are. And then I did go with the 88 speed with ball. That does give you pace on gold, which I think is going to be one of the best badges this year. Definitely I'm going to be using my fuse on that, and I'll probably pair it with lightning launch for the synergy because they're both going to fire up so often. That way you'll have legend lightning launch and legend pace for pretty much the whole game, but we're going to have to kind of see how that plays out. But I do think those two badges probably are going to go to legend or at least Hall of Fame because speed definitely kills, and it seems like going downhill this year, you're really fast. It might not be as fast laterally, but downhill is definitely a big speed boost. And then moving on to defense, this is what I really like. So to start, you do have to go 82 perimeter, which I really wanted 85 to start, but you can cap break that and get it to 85 for that silver seatbelt. But you get an 88 steal off rip. So you do get the Hawk takeover, which helps force those, fumble ups, as well as, Mike Wang said that passing lanes it's going to work for as well. And again, I said in the beginning, you cap break that to a 94, which does give you gold glove, gold interceptor. And honestly, like, you get gold off-ball pest on this build. And I mentioned the strength before. Like, I don't know how exactly how this game's going to play out. You probably don't see a lot of people rocking off-ball pests, as it's kind of been like a badge you can go without. But I hear that it might have been buffed. And, like, honestly, if you can just be an off-ball menace, just deny the ball from any 6'8", like, you might be able to make up for the height difference where they can shoot over you a little bit just because you get so bumpy being strong and use your bruiser to just wear down their stamina and then pluck them with a gold glove. I'm just it could be, right? We could see where like we could just be an absolute menace to 6'8". Just don't let them breathe, smother them, frustrate them, and if we get that hawk takeover, they won't even be able to move. So like, yeah, cool, they can shoot over you, but get open. And so then last, the physicals, 87 speed, 81 agility. That gets you gold flash. I think that's an absolute must. I honestly wish I could go a little bit higher, but honestly, watching Joe Nose today, he had an 80 speed, and that dude was flying around the court. So, like, I don't know how much speed is really going to matter. So, like, you maybe could take that down. I just don't want to risk it. I like the 87 speed. 81 agility gets you the flash. Again, wish I could have a little bit higher, but seems like you might be able to move fast without it. And then that 84 strength, that was my favorite part added to this build. Strong handles in case these locks are really bumpy, especially playing threes as you're playing the guard. You might be able to kind of loosen the blow from Bruiser and just overall their bumpiness being only 1 point less. Most locks are going 85 strength. But we'll see. I mean, I think this build, like, especially if you can get downhill with legend pace and then use strong handle and Bruiser, and then once, again, I'm going to show the cap breakers for finishing, but you do eventually get 92 driving dunk. So, like, going downhill with legend pace and having strong handle, and then also having 92 driving dunk, like, ooh, this build, man, I see the potential. I can see it being a game record for these 6'8s. And honestly, I think they're going to move so fast that you got a 97 3 ball. I mean, you're going to be fading, stepping back. You can still peak. Like, I think this build really could be the end game meta. And I think, like, looking at all the attributes, it's going to be solid day one as well, which honestly makes me stoked because it's so hard to make a build that you're not going to have to make another one, right? Because they're so expensive. But let's move on to the cap breakers because that's really where I'm, like, super excited with this build. It's insane. So 84 driving dunk, only one cap breaker gets you contacts. So you get your first cap breaker, you have contact dunks, right? Again, we do have to get the vert up a little bit. The vert's only at 71, but plus one cap breaker, 75 vert. Like, this build, like, I cannot believe the cap breakers that we have. Going into defense, right? Steal +2 gets you 90 right away. One cap breaker. Okay, we're only talking 3 cap breakers, and you got 3 of the biggest badges that can make some of the biggest impact in the game. And then also, like, one, like, sneaky cap breaker, if you look, interior defense. With only 3 cap breakers, you can have an 80 interior defense. And we're seeing how crazy this dunking is, how crazy layups are. Maybe you can stop the rim run on this build with strength and 80 interior deep. I know you won't have the badges and, like, the height. Obviously, it is definitely there's definitely a couple concerns I have this build, and it mainly is with the height and, the block not being so high. But I mean, like, with how much other attributes it gets and badges, I think it could easily make up for it. And, like, if I'm stealing the ball consistently, using my Bruiser to beat you down, using my gold glove to rip that ball out of your hands, and then I'm going down the other way with a 97 3 ball, like, I don't care. I don't care about, not being able to stop a rim run, but the fact that you might be able to, cap break that to an 80 and stop rim runs as well, I don't see a better shooting guard build right now. I don't see a better shooting guard build right now. Like, obviously, these 6'7s, I do think they're moving and they're shooting over, and I think 6'7s are going to be a problem. It probably will end up being the meta 6'7, but I don't like going the meta. I like making a build that's unique, that's, not everybody's riding the wave, something that I can kind of make my own stamp on the game. And I do play a lot of competitive Pro-Am. I plan on playing a lot of competitive Pro-Am, which is now in Cruise, and then a lot of threes. I did get into the stage a little bit towards the end last year, playing lock and playing guard, so we'll see. But I've been playing this game for a long time. I'm real excited to get my hands on this game. I've been having to watch these content creators play. It's been killing me. I just want to get my hands on it. But I also do have one more, before I go, I do have one more build. It was a 6'7 that I made before I found this out that I actually really like, and it does utilize that new Ghost Stepper badge on gold. And it's actually, like, a kind of, again, like, most of my builds, like if you guys, if you guys want to like, subscribe, I really appreciate that. But if you guys want to sub, like I'm gonna post a lot of like unique builds that I think you can bring into the comp setting to kind of stand out, right? And I think my 6-7 is very unique. I got some cap breakers on that build too that'll shock you. I spent so much time in this app and this builder, man. It's been draining my phone battery. I've been at work on break, like just making builds in the app. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for sticking to the end of this video. If you want to show some love, leave a comment, like, subscribe. I love y'all.